Assalamu alaikum guys, UFC November is almost here and it's stacked with a lot of highly anticipated fight. Mainly, in my opinion, is Belal Muhammad versus Garry. This fight is a very exciting and fun matchup because we have been asking for these types of fights where, like, in the co-main event of a great card with in Armazarogan versus Danukar, we have been asking for these fights where both of the guys in the co-main events are very well known and are very high level, very skilled. Like, unlike, for example, Charles Oliveira versus Matthias Gamrot, which is the original supposed to be Rafael Fiziev, who is a who is a very popular guy and he's a great fighter, Rafael, but not as well known as Garry or Belal Muhammad, right? So yeah, the initial hype for this fight is absolutely insane and well deservedly so, because I personally am very excited for this fight because first of all, this is for sure a title elevator, and just a mix of just a mix of personalities, right? It's absolutely insane, and like this is basically like both of their chances to prove that they belong in the top, that they deserve to fight for the title, in the beginning of the next year or no. Because in the same week we also have Sean Brady versus Michael Morales, which is also a very high level fight. Michael Morales is obviously coming off of an insane knockout against Gilbert Burns, so that's obviously a great fight to look forward to. And Sean Brady previously submitted Leon Edwards, who was the former champ before Belal Muhammad. So yeah, this fight is, in my opinion, like it's one of the best welterweight fights coming up. And we also have Islam JDM, right? Like Islam JDM in the same card as Brady Moraes, right? So that's, like, in my opinion, right, the winner of Islam JDM, in my opinion, Islam most likely should get the winner of Garry versus Muhammad, because Belal Muhammad, he got absolutely destroyed against JDM, and like beating someone like him, let's say hypothetically, Sean O'Malley wins, Sean Brady wins, and Garry wins, right? Beating someone like Belal Muhammad, in my opinion at least, is much more impressive than beating someone in Michael Morales, who knocked out Gilbert Burns, but let's be honest, that was a very old version of Gilbert. Like, let's be 100% honest. So yeah, in my opinion, that's definitely like one of the main factors going to this fight. Like Michael Morales, yeah, he has kind of proved himself to be in the top, but still, like he still has left to be tested at the highest of the highest levels with guys like Belal Muhammad, Garry, Shafkat Rapmanov, if he's still alive. So yeah, in my opinion, the winner of Belal Muhammad versus Garry definitely is next. Now, as far as the fight goes, this is basically Belal's last chance, because the way he got destroyed by Jack Della Maddalena is chef's kiss, like absolutely amazing. It was definitely fight of the night in my opinion, and more than anything, right? Like, yeah, he showed good boxing, Belal, but yeah, by the end of the fight, Jack's face was absolutely destroyed, like absolutely smashed. But still, you have to understand, like, if you actually scored the fight round by round, it was a clear, in my opinion, it was a clear 48-46. Like the judge or judges that gave it 48-47, in my opinion, is definitely very biased towards Belal. And it makes sense because Belal, after all this time, he finally became the champion. But this is definitely for sure the last chance for Belal Muhammad. Meanwhile, for Garry, it's his chance to rise to the occasion, right? He has been talking shit about the welterweight division for a while now. He stepped up to 2 weeks notice to fight Shafkat Rapmanov at the end of the last year, and ever since that he fought 2 more times, which is absolutely amazing. I think it's 2, or I think it's 1 or 2 more times. Anyways, it's still pretty impressive, if you ask me, right? Because like fighting someone like Carlos Prates in short notice, who I guess both of them are short notice, and and actually beating an undefeated fighting man, in my opinion, is definitely very impressive, in my opinion, because Carlos Prates is definitely not an easy target. We have seen that in his most recent KO in I think it was UFC 320 maybe. So yeah, like both guys are absolutely charged up. Like if this is the thing, right? This is a very high stake match, because if either of them loses, they will most likely be seen as a fraud. Let's be real here. So yeah, Ian Garry probably TKOs or wins a dominant and entertaining decision over Belal Muhammad. Anyways, that was all, guys. I know recently I have been having some concussions with my throat, and Alhamdulillah, it's almost over. I'm almost healed, and I know you guys have been letting me know in the comments in not the nicest way. That doesn't matter. Thank you so much for watching. Inshallah, I'll see you next time. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.